very soon. Here in Athens, Georgia Tech with their first possession of the game after Georgia goes 5.
Passing game, you can't get lulled to sleep versus this run option attack.
Thomas will keep it. There's the pitch. Big play for Georgia Tech. Taken by Searcy and Quay.
Week ripping off a big long touchdown run.
Yeah, 60-yarder against the Virginia Cavaliers. Thomas again to Searcy this time.
But he's out there as a tackler.
Pitch it again. Big hole off the right side. Taken by Lynch. To the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Really adjust towards their inside runs.
First down from the 25. Thomas will keep it and spin out to the 20. See how they handle it here on 2nd down and 5. Georgia Tech last week ran just 41 plays in their win over Virginia. Second fewest all time at Georgia Tech. There's the pitch and it goes out of bounds. Was it?
As it is, that ball goes just out of bounds.
There's the straight dive play. Georgia all over it.
On how you play defensively, it's so hard to simulate the speed that Georgia Tech runs this offense.
Thomas hit just shy of the 40. There's the pitch. Georgia all over it. They're going to say runner is down. Lorenzo.
Tom Herman was probably the A plan after Jimbo Fisher, but they seem to have had their man early. Didn't want to get into that bidding war.
Wide open down the field. Another huge play. Brad Stewart inside the 20, down to the 10, and Georgia Tech.
Hit you with the big play and play action pass.
First pass of the game goes for 64. They'll go inside handoff. That'll go to Mills.
Place.
2nd down and goal. To the end zone, touchdown, Marcus Marshall.
Possession, and they hit Brad Stewart all the way down the sideline.
There's the pitch. Close to the first down.
You're going to see bodies roll around your ankles. Hard to tackle that way.
Thomas, pitch it again. Searcy trying to get the edge, and he'll have 7, maybe 8.
On the legs of the defender.
So first down at 25. Here's Thomas to Searcy, and he'll be hit at the 28-yard line.
Off of the ball carrier.
Trying to set up a screen. Pass is caught by Marcus Marshall, and he'll get
comfort zone in 3rd and 10 plus.
Pass is caught, good enough for the first down.
Offense.
Thomas, short pitch. That inside handoff goes to Marshall. He is stuffed
inside.
Another 3rd down for the Jackets. Thomas going up top, and that one is picked off at the 10-yard line. Story for Georgia Tech this year. Paul Johnson telling us he's never experienced a season like this where his offense just hasn't been on the field very much as he would like this season. As Thomas throws on first down, and that one is
willing to take shots downfield.
That was just the 20th play run by Georgia Tech today. There's the pitch. And that'll be a first down for the Jackets as J.J. Green.
Leverage on Lorenzo Carter, and as soon as that happened, the pitch man's going to take it for a big game.
Thomas. Isaiah Willis lost the football. Georgia picks it up. It's Dom Sanders. He'll have it inside the 3rd.
For 12 games, they had 36. They were actually ahead of schedule from a protecting the football standpoint.
Quick inside handoff to Marcus Marshall. Close. Justin actually says he still has Kirby's phone number somewhere. Thomas, nowhere to go. Drop back at the 20. Thomas drops inside the 15.
Number 27 and number 1.
Georgia Tech in the second half, they fumbled on their opening possession.
Back on schedule, ended up resulting in a fumble on that one. And then, of course, you get behind the down and distance with tackles for loss, and it makes it hard to overcome. Right now, Georgia
1 out of 4 on third downs today. Thomas, little throwback. Tackle eligible play. Recruit, and he is no longer under the radar.
No, he's on every defensive coordinator in the SEC's radar for sure.
First down and 10 for the Jackets. Marcus Marshall.
Georgia's offense, the other piece of it though, the defense clearly settling in with some of the concepts they're seeing.
Boy, nice catch on that pitch. Quentin Lynch. They'll give that one to J.J. Green.
That counter motion really means something, and then you get a guard and tackle pulling and blocking it. But the Georgia defensive line's done a good job anchoring.
We'll go with Marshall again, and this time he powers his way.
So does his brother. Took one to the house last week.
Thomas will throw. And one hops it.
Burned once at Georgia Tech in the downfield off of play action.
Thomas turn the quarter, get it to the 42. Thomas going over the middle, looking for June. It's incomplete.
Got to be thinking, how many more cracks will I have at a 13-point deficit?
Georgia all over.
Has never been able to accomplish versus Georgia Tech. And the Yellow Jackets came into Sanford Stadium and got a big win off of that.
And Mel Tucker screaming out directions to this Georgia defense. Tech looking at a second down and 12. Thomas out of the end zone will step up, fire over the middle. That pass is caught at the 27-yard line. Pick up a
that quickly as it is, the Jackets get out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Thomas has time going over the middle. There's Searcy again. He hit from behind, but at the 35-yard line.
And Mel Tucker.
There's the pitch. Down to the 27-yard line goes Clinton.
And they hit the big one to Searcy to get him into the plus territory.
Marshall kicks it to the outside, gets a couple of blocks, turns the corner. He's around the 10.
Davis and Maurice Smith, who had moved to corner from his slot, his nickel position.
No inside handoff. Georgia's running out of players in the secondary. Georgia Tech, though, going to drive their way into the end zone. Mills from 5 yards out. And
that was just enough to allow Austin to get underneath it.
a flag is down as Marshall tries to turn the corner.
Behind that down and distance, even with the first down and a full set.
Nowhere to go for Marshall. Thomas throws, pass is caught. That'll be a first down, Georgia Tech. Some big, powerful running by Marshall. Davin Bellamy hanging on. 1:45 to play. Searcy has a block. He is hammered out.
Tackle, a true freshman, and David Marshall at tackle alongside him.
They give it to Mills. He'll power his way close to
Thompson.
Remember, Georgia only one timeout. They'll toss it. Searcy, he's wrapped up, thrown to the turf. Thomas with the pitch. Clinton Lynch.
No question, no way to pick up a first down. You've got 2 cracks at the end zone and 2 chances to defend it.
Little throwback. Cersei decides to keep it. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.